What up, Tube? It's your boy DJ, and I am back after a long sabbatical because of the Roni. And this time I'm back with a new set of videos now. I'm going to be in the stock market. I know I've taught you guys all about gambling and all about how to play table games and different stuff like that. I've shown you shown you travel videos on ships, and I've shown you my trucking videos and stuff like that. But now I've decided that it's time to start talking about stock market, which is still gambling. So, in saying that, I want to say today's video is about Genius International Brands, ticker symbol GNUS. It is a great company. They just launched a cartoon channel, which is spelled with a K. It's very good. It's got a lot of backing behind it, but I will get into depth in that in just one moment. But before I do, I want to say that there's a Facebook group for out there. If you're new to the stock market or you're already in the stock market and you're part of this, if you want to get in the Facebook group I have, it's all bulls, no bears. It's basically easy to find on Facebook. You answer the 3 questions, and you agree to the terms, and then you get in, and basically it's positivity. It's a bunch of us sharing information and all positive stuff about GNUS because there's a lot of haters out there. And I'm about to tell you why there's haters out there. But before I do, I want to say that I'm rocking my Kool-Aid shirt today because Genius Brands is about to break through and make us all a lot of money, and I'm going to tell you why right now. First of all, I would like to get to this press release right here. So I'm going to go over here to my display capture. And as you can see right here, they put this out, and I'm not going to read all of it. You guys can. But the biggest thing that I want to talk about is, where is it at here? The company prepaid the $4 million note obligation to convert their entire debt into equity right away. And then Arnold Schwarzenegger also took his shares. Instead of basically being paid, he decided to take his shares into take his compensation into shares. Also, the CEO Andy Heyward right here has not only not sold a share, he has actually invested another $11.5 million in shares. Not one person has sold a share yet. So if you're new to Genius Brands, what is it? Well, here's what it is. They are a cartoon network that basically they have been around, but they are now coming out with a whole new line of stuff, and they have Warren Buffett on board. They've got Arnold Schwarzenegger on board. They got Nick Cannon on board. It's endless. They got a lot of stuff. But the biggest thing is their management. And I'm telling you right now, they hired the former CEO of Fox Kids, which was I can't remember her name, but basically she sold Fox Kids to Disney for $5.5 million or $5.1 billion, not million. And then they got the head from Walt Disney. Let me pull that up real quick for you guys that don't know. But basically they're putting together this VIP all-star team for this group. And I'm telling you right now, it is absolutely, amazing what they've done. Basically, I mean, I saw a quote that said, this is basically like putting LeBron James and Michael Jordan on the same team. So, anyway, Andy Heyward, chairman. Here, actually, I'll show this to you again. I'm sorry. Let's do the display capture here. All right, so come on, work your stuff there. All right, so right here, as you can see, Andy Heyward is chairman. Robert Denton is CFO. Margaret Loesch, she is the one that was with Fox Kids. She sold to, like I said, to Disney for $5.5 billion. And David Newman is the chief creative officer. He came from Walt Disney Television. If you would like to learn more about them, you can go right there and read about it. But these two right here, Loesch and Newman, are like LeBron James and Jordan being on the same team. Okay. Now, why are people hating on Genius Brands? Well, I'm going to tell you why people are hating on Genius Brands. Because they call it a pump and dump. These penny scalping assholes, they decide that they want to go in there and they want to take penny scalp, and they're very good. There's an art to it. They know how to manipulate the market. They know how to basically run it up, run it down, and make their money. So you think about if they buy this stock at 25 cents, okay, and they can buy 20,000 shares and they can run it up to 75 cents, that's a lot of money for them. Well, it ran up to $11 one day, closed at $7, and it's been going down ever since. A lot of the day traders, who I hate, are absolutely trying to juice this thing, and now it's not making money and they're all hating. There's a difference between investing and trading. I am an investor. When I buy a company, I buy the company, I buy the CEO and the management, and I also plan on a 10-year term to invest in that company. I also invest in it like I own the company, okay? So that's one of the things in the book I'm reading, Rule Number One. Rule Number One Investing is a great book. If you haven't got it, I suggest get it. But let me tell you, you always look at the company, not the price, and you also look at the management. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the haters. They're talking about the management or the history, okay? It does have a bad history. But what did they do? They just went and redid their whole management team. They redid everything. You got brand new CEO, like I said, you got a brand new executive chairman of the cartoon. You got a chief creator from them. I mean, those two right there, I told you, like LeBron James and Jordan. They've gone through everything. They are debt-free, and $55 million in cash still on hand, okay? What company can say that, all right? So let's start right there. So this brand not only is brand new and we're getting it on the ground floor, it's still up. People don't realize it's still up. And let me show you why it's still up. One of my favorite things that I use is called tradingview.com. And if you guys have never used it, I suggest using it. This is tradingview.com, okay? A very good thing. I look at all my stocks here. As you can see, I've got the candles up. Let's go back to the line. All right, so if you go back here to past month here, you'll see where I was talking about it jumped up to 1088, and then it finished, I think it finished there around 7 something. But you can see this downtrend, a couple of spikes here. And here we are today, June 26, or 27, I'm sorry, yesterday it closed at 245. All right, so let me go back to the candles here for you guys. All right, so the candles show you this downtrend. All right, now let's go here to all. As you can see, it did a downtrend. When it was up here, where was it? Let me see if I can show you that. Basically, when it was making the money, I'm trying to find it again for you here, guys. Sorry about right here. 706. There's 106,000. Trying to find it. I apologize real quick. But when it was up, like there's a volume. There was 200. Basically, they were up to 400 million at one point, and I can't find it right now. I am so sorry about that. But here, let's go right here, okay? So this was a good day right here. Okay, they finished May up. Now, people don't realize this is a 25-cent stock. So, in May, they finished in the green. Okay, they opened at, what is that line at? At 30 cents and finished May at $2.03. If you're a long-term investor, that's great. Then in June, it opened at 245, and here we are 3 days from the end of June, and we're at 277, okay? So right there tells you that it's moving in the right direction. It's got an all-star cast around it. It's got great stuff behind it. Let's talk about the great stuff, shall we? Go back here to the display capture for you guys. Forgive me, this is the first time I'm using new software to do my videos, so I don't have to go back and edit. So I'm doing everything live and raw right here in a moment, so bear with me. So I talked about the notes there with Arnold Schwarzenegger and everybody. This basically just shows you that they took their shares in, or they took their equity into shares instead of taking money, which means that they're very bullish on this brand, and they feel that this is going to be a successful company, and their shares will be worth more in the long run. But I want to get to, let's see, investors. And let's get down here to the presentation. This is awesome right here, guys. Okay, so quarter three, we'll see something September, October. We should see some, good numbers. But quarter four is going to be huge, and this is why. First of all, you've got Warren Buffett's Secret Millionaires Club, and I have a friend that's a teacher that loves it. I've seen a lot of teachers love it. This really does a good job, and as a matter of fact, a friend of mine is going to use it in his classroom to help teach kids. By the way, one more thing, I'm skipping around. This is all with no PR, by the way. This is all done just by raising money. That's why they were selling shares to raise money, because we were in the middle of a global crisis. So now that we're starting to recover, you're seeing the green. I forgot to mention that, so I want to go back to that. Now, back to the presentation. So you got Warren Buffett's Secret Millionaires Club. There's a little bit about Andy. I mean, he invented Inspector Gadget, Strawberry Shortcake, Ghostbusters, Sonic. I mean, what more do you need? Inspector Gadget was amazing. He has an Instagram follow. He's Gadget Man. He's really good on Instagram. I suggest follow him. Gadget Andy is his handle there. And then down here, we have what's going on with their portfolio brands. Llama Llama, which is already a success. Stanley's very, very last stuff he ever did before he passed away is being taken over by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And they just hired John Landis. Who's John Landis, you may ask? Well, let me show you who John Landis is, because John Landis is a legend. John Landis is responsible for quite a few movies that you guys are very familiar with, and let me just share some of those with you. Okay, let's go. Let's see, acting roles, filmography, television. I mean, he's got a whole thing, but you're talking there it is right there. You're talking Beverly Hills Cop 2, Coming to America, The Three Amigos, the Blues Brothers, Animal House. I mean, this dude's just got a list of stuff that he's just killed it on, right? So John Landis comes in. He's going to be going with Arnold Schwarzenegger on Superhero Kindergarten, and I heard rumor of a live action one. Rainbow Rangers is another one that's great that's going to be coming out. Secret Millionaires Club, like I said, I've already talked about. Baby Genius, Thomas Edison's Lab. These are just basically the stuff on there. Now, one problem they're having is the iOS with Apple is not working right now. So once they get that app going, it will be available, and everybody's got an iPod or an iPhone. That's just going to blow it up even more. So Llama Llama is already on the second season on Netflix. Jennifer Garner, there's another big name on there. They're one of their bigger ones right now. And Rainbow Rangers, like I said, second season of Netflix, Nick Jr., I'm sorry. This is what I like right here. Over 375 SKUs. SKUs are, for you that don't know, are basically they're items in a store. I have a sales background with Coke for 13 years, and items that you have are called SKUs. Like a 2-liter was a SKU, a 12-pack was a SKU, and so on and so forth. So they're going to be launching 375 SKUs within the next 12 months with Rainbow Rangers, and a lot of other things as well. Here's your Stanley. Like I'm just going through this real quick, but here's where I want to get to. This is stuff that they're coming out with Llama Llama. Okay, now this is all going to be available before the holidays. Okay, here's Rainbow Rangers. Look at that. Bicycles, bed sheets. I mean, just all kinds of stuff for kids. Then you got a consumer licensing product with clothing and stuff, with all this different stuff on it. Lunch boxes, backpacks, dolls, like I said, bicycles, shirts, everything right there. This thing is going to be huge. And this is coming Q4 during Christmas. Why does that matter, you ask? Well, Gnus Brands is basically COVID proof. And why do you say that, Dustin? I'll tell you why. Unlike Netflix and Hulu and these others, you know, when times get rough like they did with the Roni, we basically have to give up certain things. And sometimes your $13 Netflix subscription may be one of them. This is all ad-driven. It's free. You download it. It's all free because it's based on ads. What happens at Christmas time when they release these things? Ads start coming in, more ad revenue comes in, the stock price goes up, more merchandise is bought because it's Christmas. Daddy, I want that bicycle, I want that Llama Llama doll, I want that lunchbox. What happens? Merch starts growing your product. Advertising starts increasing. Boom, 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 here we go. For those of you that are familiar with sports betting, it's the exact opposite. Sports betting, the more money you put on something, the odds go down. But in stock, the more money you put in it, the more money it goes up. Now, the people that are on there about the history of the company, I want to address you real quick. To me, you are dumb, because that's like saying the Yankees are going to win the World Series every year because of their history. Or any team that has lost all the time is going to lose because of their history. That is false. Look at the Golden State Warriors. They were the laughing stock of the NBA. And what happens when you lose? You draft new people. What did Genius Brands do? They drafted a great team. They got a management team. They got all these celebrities. They got Warren Buffett, for Christ's sakes. They've got all this good management. They got a foundation. They're debt freaking free. They have $55 million clear on there without ad revenue coming in. Okay? Look at Michael Jordan. The Bulls were a laughing stock until they got Michael Jordan. Then they got Scottie Pippen. That's what happens when you draft the right pieces. So for those of you that are looking at their history, which I have been going to bat with, a lot of people are saying, looking at the history of the company, you're idiots. The definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over and expecting different results. They found their problem, they fixed their problem, and they're on the right way. I mean, shoot, you're debt free with $55 million in revenue without anything, or I'm sorry, 55 on the balance sheet without any revenue coming in. I know I'm talking fast, but I'm trying to make one of these videos that it's not 15 minutes long for you guys. So in saying all that, I'm telling you guys that this stock is a buy. Without a doubt is a buy. I am over 500 shares invested. Come Monday, I'm buying more and more and more. People are laughing at me. I don't care because this is a long-term investment, okay? I don't know what more to show you. I mean, let's go back here. You want facts? I've got facts. We were green. We're green. Look at that. Up in May, up in June. Let's see what happens in July, August, September, October, November, December. I mean, I don't get into the game of predicting. Okay, I'm not doing that. But you can see right here, we're making a profit. All these pump and dump guys are just pissed because they can't make their money, and they're like, they've lost a lot of money because they bought in at $4 and now it's $2 something. Well, that's your problem. Day traders suck. And I'm going to tell you why day traders suck. And if you're watching this, you're a day trader, I really don't care. Years ago, the New York Stock Exchange came out with a statement about what ruined the stock market. And it was day trading apps. E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, Robinhood, Webull, whatever you want. Because what happened is, like I said, we control the stock. So all these guys that learned how to manipulate and pump the stock and all this stuff, because honestly, you buy the news, you don't buy the stock. If the news is out, the stock goes up because more people buy it. People don't look into a company and they go buy it. I hate when I see somebody says, I'm buying the price. Don't buy the price. Yes, price is a factor, but look at the company. Look at its CEO, okay? We want to make sure that it has great management, it's got a great product, and has longevity. This company has that. Nobody can argue with me it doesn't. If you want to argue with me it doesn't, then you provide better facts than history. Because this is history. You can't do it, okay? You can't provide the history because history's done. We've got a whole new company now. We've got all the pieces in place to make this thing go straight up, okay? So if you're going to sit there and preach history at me, I'm not even going to listen to you because I can't argue with ignorance, because trying to have a battle of wits with an unarmed man is impossible. Sorry. So, in saying that, I would like to share my closing thoughts on Genius Brands, and I would like to say that I believe in this wholeheartedly. I think that it is a very long play. I think that it's very bullish. The fact that the CEO is buying his own shares, the fact that the Arnold Schwarzenegger took most of his compensation into shares, a lot of people are taking their shares instead of money because they believe that this is very bullish. You can read it. I'm not making it up. You can read this. I mean, it even says right there where I was showing you guys right here. I'll go one more time just real quick just to show you guys. Let's see. It'll be under news. This is a great website, by the way. If you want any information on it, go here, especially that slideshow. That slideshow, if that doesn't get you juiced, I don't know what will. Got debt-free, $55 million, like I said, but this is the big one for me right here. Oh, I forgot to mention Alibaba. Alibaba debuted the Cartoon Network in China. Alibaba is like the Amazon of China. China is back on lockdown with 5 billion kids sitting around watching TV. Once this gets going over there and gets going in the U.S., man, this thing's going up. I forgot to mention that. So anyway, what I want to say is The 4,000 note obligation to convert their entire debt and equity right away. This on top of extremely strong reaction to all new comedy, action, adventure, animated series for children, Stan Lee's Superhero Kindergarten, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and being co-produced with partner Alibaba to debut on the Cartoon Channel. Plus, this was out before they hired John Landis as well in the U.S. and Alibaba's kids platform in China. With the latest financing transactions, we have significantly enhanced our balance sheet and have built a solid foundation for growth. We look forward to providing updates on a number of key operational milestones in days ahead. I personally cannot wait for the SEC filing or their quarterly filing on September. But this right here, the fact that they're taking theirs into shares instead of money just tells you how much they believe in the company. I mean, it's just amazing. Genius Brands is still good. I mean, you think about it, I had 285 shares at 25 cents and sold it, so I felt like a jackass. I've actually lowered down, but I mean, this right here just shows you negative, we come down, and now look, May's positive, June's positive. I don't really have much more to argue with. Look at this freaking awesome management company. I mean, good and mighty. This is crazy. Just look at, if you get a chance to get it on here, I mean, look at this. Growing Fox Kids into a top children's network, okay? And then she sold that thing for, there it is, for $5.5 billion to Disney, okay? David Newman, the former president of Walt Disney. I don't know about you guys, but I have a feeling, because Disney's in the game of, if we can't beat them, buy them, Disney could buy this. I think Disney's a front runner. I'm not saying it like definitely, but you've got a woman that's in charge of executive chairman of the Cartoon Channel and then chief creative officer, both with Disney ties. I don't know what more to tell you about that. I just think that's a wonderful thing. Then you come in here and look at all this stuff. I mean, not only the cartoons, but look at the product line going to be available at Christmas. We're only going up. Like, I think we've seen the bottom. I think right here, we've seen the bottom. And I don't think it's going to go under $2 again. People are out there saying it will. We're green. It started there. I really think it's going to get traction. And once they get the iOS operation up, which I heard they're having a problem with the app there. Let's face it, I'm not an Apple guy. Never have been, never will be. I'm a Galaxy guy. I like Samsung, and I also buy Samsung tablets. But I like Android. But let's face it, iPhones, iPads are 10 times more popular than anything else. So once these kids get these apps on their iPhones and their iPads, and they start watching this stuff, I think it's going to be huge. So I'm going to close this out with saying, Genius Brands is definitely a buy for me. It's a long-term buy because, like I said, there's a difference in trading and investing. I am an investor, not a trader, and I really think this is a great long-term investment due to their balance sheet, due to their management structure, due to their product line coming out. I could go on and on and on. Okay? I'm not going to just sit here and regurgitate what I have. Bottom line is, it's a buy. If you don't believe so, don't buy it. Don't bitch at all of us who are, okay? We're all going to be laughing in the long run when this thing makes us money, okay? I don't care what you guys want to do as shorts. Stop whining. Get the hell out of here and go find another penny stock to scalp, because this thing is going up. I don't use rocket emojis when the moon and all that crap. I'm not going to do that. What I'm saying is, all of us, especially in my Facebook group and anybody new to this, if you want to invest in something, get in now. This is almost like getting in at Netflix at $3, okay? This thing could be huge. Will it be as huge as Netflix? I'm not saying that. If Disney buys it, it's hard telling where it goes. But I'm telling you, you're going to make money on this in the long run. And as come quarter 4, I think we're really going to see, before 2021, we're going to see a rise. And then 2021 could be a really big year for this stock. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, give me a like and subscribe here. You'll see it on these thingies here. I'm also going to make some other more stock videos of stuff that I have and I believe in. And if you like the stock stuff, stay with me. Also check out my other stuff with the gambling tutorials, travel tutorials. I do a lot of stuff on cruise ships and different destinations. That way you can see stuff where you go, a lot of Vegas stuff. I do a lot on gambling and stuff like that, which the stock market is gambling. So if you want to see some other stuff, go ahead. If not, it's cool. But thank you for tuning in, and I really appreciate everybody who is in my group and is positive. And I can't wait to see us all one day in Vegas or Bahamas or wherever we decide to go, and we're celebrating, and we can all give a big ass cheers to each other and drink some beer together. So have a great day, everybody, and hopefully we'll all see each other soon. Pretty rich. Have a good one.